الله الرحمن الرحيم. الصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا وشفينا وبالقاسم محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد
وأهل بيت الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المظلومين. أما بعد، قال الله سبحانه وتعالى المبين بعد Before I start my discussion and continuation of the discussion about Karbala and Imam Hussein and Moharam, mention about a few announcements. First of all, the babysitters arrangement is being made, so please, ladies, make use of that and send your children and let your children be with the babysitter so she can be engaged, the children, and you can then concentrate on the Majlis, and there will be, inshallah, less talk among the crowd. The next point is I've been asked to give a special mention to a woman called Arshad Abbas, who has been hospitalized, our Mormon brother, and doctors have refused completely, and there is hope. So please recite dua for him, and special dua for this woman, Arshad Abbas.
बाआवाज़ बुलंद उनकी सेहतयाबी के लिए बाआवाज़ बुलंद सलवात
अल्लाहुम्मा सल्लि अला मुहम्मद व आले मुहम्मद.
Mr. Ghulam Bari, he's the owner of this place, and also he's not well. He's got a stroke on his left face, and he's still not well. So special salawat for Mr. Ghulam Bari.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Walidain of Jawad Bhai, who are also very ill, please recite special dua after namaz, and also salawat for the ailing father and mother of Jawad.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Tamam mu'mineen and mu'minat, those who are not well, those who are in difficulty, those who are suffering from any problem, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at this occasion of Muharram be help with them and be with them.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
In continuation, what we've been talking about it yesterday, the feedback came from some children that perhaps the message is not going very clear, and some older children are still running around, going here and there, not understanding. Of course, I do understand if they're not understanding the Majlis of Maulana, which is of course in a proper Urdu language, and language is a barrier for those who do not speak Urdu, and especially the children who are born and grew up in this part of the world. I would like to ask children, if you're not clear about any aspect of our discussions or Majalises, please ask questions. Ask the Majalis, ask with me, ask Maulana, we can sit down and we will discuss it. If the message is not going clearly, then we have to do something about it, because these discussions are about passing this message loud and clear. Whatever we say, that must be understood and that must be received, and if it's not receiving where it's intended to receive, where it should receive, then we have to do something about it. So inshallah, do come to us and talk about it. I'm not clear about this aspect. I don't understand, and I hope those who do understand English, those children who have very absolutely no, and I think all of the children do understand a little bit of Urdu anyway, because they speak in Urdu at home. Most of the children do understand Urdu, but try to understand. If you don't understand anything, ask, I just don't understand this particular aspect of that speech. Please clarify this, please clarify that. Salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Today, Muharram 3rd, and we look into the aspect of Muharram from the point of view of the struggle of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, who left in an unbearable situation, those conditions which did not allow Imam Hussein to function, to flourish, to live in peace, he had to leave the space which was his grandfather's space, and that is Medina. Obviously, the conditions we have seen in the last 2-3 days, that how Imam Hussein left Medina to Mecca and from Mecca to Karbala. When he reached Karbala, we talked about it yesterday, what happened. All of these things, Imam Hussein, when he left, he said one phrase, he said that I am doing this for the sake of the guidance of my grandfather's ummah, the nation. The Arabic phrase which he used for that is that I am going to leave this place for the salah of my grandfather's nation. Those who are going away from the message, and therefore I am not allowed to preach my message here, so I'll go somewhere else where I can reach people. And that was his purpose for leaving the surroundings of Medina. Obviously, that is related to the religion of Islam. And indeed, the religion of Islam is very practical religion of Islam. It is not a religion which is dead and buried with the other religion. With Moses, the Judaism, to a certain extent, has buried. There's no continuation. What has happened in Moses' time is buried. With Jesus passed away, Christianity has more or less finished. In that sense, that people are continuing what message has been portrayed to them at that time, and indeed there's a lot of changes which are taking place in their religion, in Vatican and all the other religions. Islam is the only religion which is alive, practical, and continuing to taking responsibility for this world. And within Islam, when we move further in the heart of Islam, we reach to Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam, those who are taking very seriously the responsibility of the world, responsibility of every individual, every country. Why the Shia ulama, why the follower of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam are making big noises in the world? Why the world is listening to them and is more or less wants them to bend on their needs? Why they are forcing the only nation which is standing on the strength of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam by creating a revolution, are forcing them to accept their terms. If you think about it, just listen to the news, what is going on every day. You would know that. Every day the pressure is on those people who are standing steadfast. Why? Because they have a responsibility. They think that we must be careful to our religion. And obviously the people who are sold out, people who are so-called Muslim nations, so-called Muslims, but they are unable to raise their voices, they are unable to make any strong statement against those who are doing injustice. Only the follower of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam are the few names you can count on your fingertips. You can go on the internet and see what they have said today. Heard of Moharam. Every day there is a statement coming out from Hazrat Nasrullah, from Ayatollah Khamenei, from all ulama ikram, Maraja ikram, are issuing a statement about contemporary work. Every Jummah, they have something to say which affects the nation, which affects the ummah, which affects Muslims. And they don't talk about just for Shia. They say it is a Muslim matter. So what Islam is, and why Imam Hussein has made this huge sacrifice,